Welcome to Hollywood Actions. In this video, we're going to take you back in time to the golden age of cinema, where beauty met power and talent ruled the silver screen. These were the divas who ruled classic Hollywood, women whose elegance, charisma, and magnetic screen presence shaped the very heart of the entertainment industry. Let's dive in. 1. Lauren Bacall. With her sultry voice, sharp wit, and magnetic confidence, Lauren Bacall redefined what it meant to be a Hollywood diva. Born in 1924 in New York City, Bacall's entry into Hollywood was nothing short of explosive. At just 19 years old, she starred opposite Humphrey Bogart in To Have and Have Not, 1944, and instantly became a sensation. Her smoky tone, striking features, and signature look, head tilted down, eyes gazing up, became legendary. But Bacall was more than a glamorous face. She was fiercely intelligent, independent, and one of the most self-assured women of her time. 2. Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman was the epitome of natural beauty and emotional truth. Born in Sweden in 1915, she came to Hollywood in the late 1930s, bringing with her an authenticity that audiences instantly connected with. Her radiant performances in films like Casablanca, 1942, Gaslight, 1944, and Notorious, 1946, made her one of the greatest actresses of all time. Unlike many stars of her era, Bergman didn't rely on glamour. She relied on talent, honesty, and depth. However, her life was not without scandal. In 1949, her affair with director Roberto Rossellini caused a media storm that temporarily derailed her career. 3. Ava Gardner. Few women embodied the term Hollywood siren quite like Ava Gardner. Born 1922 in North Carolina, Ava's beauty was undeniable, but it was her wild spirit and deep vulnerability that made her unforgettable. She rose to fame in the 1940s and 1950s with films like The Killers, 1946, Magambo, 1953, and The Barefoot Contessa, 1954. Gardner was a natural performer. She didn't try to impress. She simply was. Her personal life drew as much attention as her film career, especially her tumultuous marriage to Frank Sinatra. But behind the headlines was a woman who loved deeply and lived boldly. 4. Judy Garland. The story of Judy Garland is one of extraordinary talent and heartbreaking struggle. Born Frances Ethel Gum in 1922, Garland was performing by the age of 2 and became a household name after The Wizard of Oz, 1939, where she sang the timeless Over the Rainbow. Her voice, filled with emotion and vulnerability, captured the hearts of millions. She starred in Meet Me in St. Louis, 1944, A Star is Born, 1954, and Easter Parade, 1948, proving she could do it all: sing, act, and enchant audiences worldwide. But behind the applause, Judy battled immense personal pain, including pressure from studios, health struggles, and financial hardship. 5. Lana Turner. Last but certainly not least, we have Lana Turner, the glamorous blonde bombshell who personified old Hollywood allure. Born in 1921, Turner's rise to fame is the stuff of legend. She was discovered as a teenager sipping a soda at a Los Angeles cafe, and soon after, she became a star. Known as the Sweater Girl, Lana captivated audiences in films like The Postman Always Rings Twice, 1946, Peyton Place, 1957, and Imitation of Life, 1959. Turner's career spanned more than 4 decades, and she left behind a legacy of perseverance, glamour, and unforgettable charisma. 6. Marilyn Monroe. When people talk about classic Hollywood, one name always shines the brightest: Marilyn Monroe. Born Norma Jean Mortensen in 1926, she rose from a troubled childhood in foster care to become one of the most enduring icons of beauty and fame. Her career exploded in the 1950s, starring in films like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, The 7-Year Itch, 1955, and Some Like It Hot, 1959. Behind the dazzling smile was a woman who fought tirelessly for respect in a male-dominated industry. She wasn't just a sex symbol. She was a woman who wanted to be taken seriously as an actress. 7. Elizabeth Taylor. Few actresses ever matched the commanding presence of Elizabeth Taylor. Born in 1932 in London, she became one of MGM's brightest child stars before evolving into one of Hollywood's most powerful women. Her violet eyes, radiant beauty, and magnetic screen power made her a goddess of cinema. From National Velvet, 1944, to Cleopatra, 1963, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, 1966, Taylor embodied roles with depth and emotion. But beyond the screen, she was a force, outspoken, passionate, and unapologetically herself. She won 2 Academy Awards, became a fashion icon, and used her fame to champion humanitarian causes, especially AIDS awareness. Elizabeth Taylor wasn't just a diva. She was a queen who turned every challenge into triumph. 8. Audrey Hepburn. Elegance has a name, Audrey Hepburn. Born in Belgium in 1929, Audrey's rise to fame was defined by grace, intelligence, and kindness. After surviving hardship during World War II, she captivated audiences in Roman Holiday, 1953, a role that won her an Oscar for Best Actress. Her films, Breakfast at Tiffany's, 1961, My Fair Lady, 1964, and Sabrina, 1954, established her as a global symbol of sophistication. But her beauty was more than appearance. It was soul deep off-screen. Hepburn dedicated her life to humanitarian work with UNICEF, traveling the world to help children in need. Audrey's legacy isn't only cinematic, it's humanitarian. She remains one of the few stars whose grace transcends generations. 9. Bette Davis. They called her the First Lady of the American screen. Bette Davis wasn't the conventional beauty of Hollywood, but what she had was far greater: power, fire, and presence. Born in 1908, Davis broke every mold with her strong personality and commanding performances. Films like Jezebel, 1938, All About Eve, 1950, and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, 1962, showcased her fierce acting range. Bette didn't just act, she owned her roles. She was also the first woman to become president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, standing up for fair treatment of actors. Her rivalry with Joan Crawford became the stuff of Hollywood legend, but it also reflected how fiercely she fought for her craft. And there you have it, divas who ruled classic Hollywood. These women weren't just actresses. They were architects of stardom, shaping the image of what Hollywood would become for generations. From the mystery of Greta Garbo to the elegance of Grace Kelly, from Bette Davis's fire to Judy Garland's soul, they gave the world characters that will live forever. They taught us that power, grace, and courage are timeless. If you enjoyed this journey through the golden age of cinema, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Hollywood Actions for more amazing stories of the stars who defined an